Hiya guys, Mel the Train Tutor here with, well, it's the overview of the Adepticon builds. Now, for those of you that don't know what happened was, Mantic Games designs this terrain stuff, yeah? It's their Battlezone terrain. And they gave Adepticon, a major US convention, a major US gaming convention, a shed load of Battlezones through. So they got in touch with me because I've got a bit of experience of working with this stuff and said, look, would you mind designing us a few buildings? And basically the brief was they wanted 8, sort of line of sight blocking buildings that their terrain teams could replicate, okay, for their 40k tournaments. And so these are the designs that I came up with. So I'm not going to take you through them too quickly, yeah. I'm not going to go into them too much depth because following on from this video in the playlist, there's all the tutorials for actually how to put these together and what my thoughts were and how to improve them and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to do a quick sort of browse round now. Now this is one large piece that, I wanted a monstrous piece that you could get sort of a Knight Titan behind and hide in, yeah? It isn't actually open, there's instructions to sort of cover open gaps with corrugated cardboard and add piping and stuff like that. Yeah, this is a simple box build, I think this was the first. Yeah, with an idea of a ramp. Yeah, little corner barricade there. Let me see if I can hold my phone better. Sorry about this, guys. It's the best way of showing you. Okay, another little build there. Yeah, barricade. And then if you come around here, yeah, it's got that same open side as the other one. So, corrugated cardboard, giving an industrial look. We've got a couple of ruined buildings here. And these were sort of an experiment to see what I could do with, what sort of complete builds I could make using the using the ruined pieces. And there's the second one. I wanted that one to look like something had ripped through it. And if I come around to this side, you can sort of see the sort of effect I've gone for. Okay, we've done that box build, yeah. This is another one of the large builds, yeah. Listen, I do apologise for these things sort of like being loosely put together. They're actually in their sub-assembly stages after I've just filmed the tutorials, and so, they're not actually properly put together. But this was a massive build, yeah. And if I come around this side so you can see it, yeah, you can. Sorry about the lighting and everything, guys, but you can see, yeah, loads of rooms for troops there, 2 levels of barricades. Loads of cover, loads of line of sight blocking with these buildings as well. And then the final build was one that actually John, you guys who know my channel know John McLeod, yeah, he was up here helping me, and this is one he put together with sort of spare parts, and I really quite like it. Yeah, not so perfect on the line of sight blocking, to be perfectly honest, but it does look really nice, and it's a nice functional piece. So there you are, guys, and very quickly, yeah, this is all the stuff that was left over from a quadrant box and a ruined district. So there's a few sort of panels, yeah, that the Adepticon guys will be able to make elements from, but there's loads of additions and bits and bobs that you'll be able to sort of enhance the builds from, so they're not just boxy, all those little glorious accessories. Now finally, just one thing I wanted pointed out, yeah, now I've worked with this stuff quite a long time, to be perfectly honest. I've done a lot of stuff with it, and even this surprised me at exactly how much terrain you get out of a quadrant box with a district. I mean, even if you took the district off, yeah, you'd still have a similar amount of terrain, yeah, with perhaps a few less panels, but even so. Now this fills my 6 foot by 4 foot table. I mean, it literally fills it. Yeah, we've tried playing, you need to take a few buildings off, to be perfectly honest, or build them a bit bigger. Now, it isn't a problem for Adepticon because they're only having like 2 replicas of each building on each table, so, there's only going to be a couple of these buildings on each table. Yeah, but if to buy a quadrant box and actually build something like this, I've got to say, once these things are based on MDF, yeah, with a lip, and you've got your sort of scatter terrain and all that sort of stuff, you're going to struggle getting troops on your table. I mean, the coverage from one sort of quadrant box really is quite impressive. So there you are, guys. Yeah, I mean, look at it. It looks bloody awesome. So guys, that's the Adepticon stuff. Now if you carry on in this playlist, what you'll see coming up is all the tutorials showing the builds being done. And then what I'm fingers crossed, yeah, is when, you know, these builds actually go out and the Adepticon guys build these and they're seen at the tournament, I'm hoping the Adepticon guys will send me some either video footage or or some photos, and I'll add another sort of movie at the very end of this playlist showing you what the Adepticon guys have actually done with these buildings and how they've converted them and painted them, etc. Because at the end of the day, this is where my sort of involvement in the project stops. So no, Hank, I'm not coming over to America. I am not coming over to America to build your terrain. I have Battlezone calluses, man. Yeah, so no, this is where my involvement ends. If you want to see the tutorials, go check them out on the next couple of videos, and then hopefully sometimes around about late March, April time, I'll be able to actually show you what the Adepticon guys have actually done with it. So in the meantime, have a cracking day, guys. Here come the tutorials. All the best. Ta-ra.